Welcome to the HFT Stocks and Options Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Friday, March 1st, 2013. For the volatility index, the dollar-weighted put-call ratio for the VIX, the total contracts traded was 507,000. For the total premium was 53 million. On March, we have a neutral reading with 63% of the total premiums paid, which was a very big reading as a percentage. And the other two, which are April and May. April, a bearish reading, and May, a neutral reading with 12 and 16% of the total premiums paid. Here we have the daily SPX chart. You can see here we were up 1/4% basically. We have an interesting candlestick here, as you can see, very nicely, and looks like we're starting to form a bullish formation. I continue to have a neutral reading here for the market because we're basically having a chop on the market, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, and I don't like to trade that market. I want to see more of a trading trending market. As for the weekly chart, here you could see it basically a doji here. Nothing happened, very large wick to the downside, which is important to note. For the Qs, here we have the Q chart for the weekly, and you could see here we have a green hammer. Interesting candlestick here. I continue to be neutral here. We've been on a very tight range on the market. Nothing's going on here. If we go to IWM, the Russell 2000 ETF, here you can see the weekly chart. Again, we have this red hammer here, and basically we're making a new low here. This is the first week that we did not make a new high here, which is interesting. I'm more neutral here, turning to bearish on IWM. If we go to the GLD, here we have the gold weekly chart. Interesting chart. We broke this 100-week moving average 3 weeks ago, and now we have an inverted hammer here. You could see it. This is an interesting chart pattern. I think we're going lower. First target we have is 149. Once we break this low, and then longer term, around 6 months out, I'm looking for a 139 reading. Look to come and test this 200-week moving average. That's gonna be the target. If we go to SLV, here we have the weekly chart for SLV. Interesting pattern here. I want to see a break of last week's low, and then after that just go here and test the 26 level, the 200-week moving average. That's going to be critical for me to test for SLV. So we continue to be bearish on the metals so far. If we go to Apple, here we have the weekly Apple chart, and as you can see here, looks like we're coming to test the 425 level. We broke the post EPS low, and now looks like we're gonna go lower. I'm looking for 423 to hold. If it does not hold, you can expect 400 easily, very fast. And if that not hold, the worst case scenario, 362, which is the 200-week moving average. We posted a 52-week low on Friday. This is pretty broken chart here. If we don't break to the upside soon, we could start seeing the 300s on Apple. Let's go to Amazon weekly chart. Here we have this weekly chart consolidating around this area. I think we're going to the 251 level. We talked about that on the last couple of videos, so that's what I'm looking on Amazon. Google. Here we have the Google chart, the weekly chart. Perfect chart. I think it's going lower. I would buy this name on a new breakout. Once it makes a new high, I would get in there and look for a new high there. Let's look for Netflix weekly chart. Very nice pattern here. We came back from the lows. We hold support. I would get in Netflix around 198, 199, and looking for 220. I think it has still momentum. Some consolidation around this period, and then try to go higher. For Facebook, here we have Facebook. I think we're starting to stabilize here. If we hold the 26 level, that could be a nice entry level, and then go higher to test the highs. In case we break that 26 level, we will be looking around for this level, around support, around this area, around the 24 level. So that, keep in mind those levels there, which are gonna be important. Now going to the banks, let's look at JP Morgan. Here we have it. Very interesting pattern here. I'm starting to get more bearish on the market, on the banks here. You could see here this last 2 weeks we've get some buyers at the bottom, but also we're getting sellers at the top, so maybe a neutral market here. For Goldman Sachs, here we have the Goldman Sachs chart, and we failed to make a new high here, now going lower. Maybe it's a good time to start shorting the market here very lightly as it goes higher. I'm pretty neutral, but getting on the bearish camp on some individual names.